Let the Lord save me. Every day I pray. Let the streets don't take me. Every day I pray. I'm just trying to make it. Every day I pray. Yeah. Every day I pray. Yeah. Every day I pray. Let the Lord save me. Every day I pray. Let the streets don't take me. Every day I pray. I'm just trying to make it. Every day I pray. Yeah. Every day I pray. Yeah.
A Divine Diva has a branded identity. Sit back, relax, and discover yours. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Arts and Science of Divology. The art is because God has created us each uniquely. The science is because of the creativity that He has given each and every one of us to manage our daily lives. The phone number is 325-261-3482. Again, that's 325-261-DIVA. As a diva, we acknowledge that we beat to the rhythm of a branded drum because we don't belong to ourselves. The D is because we were designed for such a time as this. The I is for our integrity and intelligence, but only as a minor strength. Our main strength is that we follow the wisdom of God. The V is for our vivaciousness. It flows through our veins like a subtle current in a torrent river. The A is because we are aimed to attain our Christ-branded identity. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, divas. Well, afternoon, evening, whatever time that you're listening to the podcast today. I want to remind you that you are blessed and highly favored. Today, divas, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to title this a public service announcement. But in our announcement, we're going to talk about some diva basics and some diva don'ts. Many of you don't know this because I've not done anything with it. I don't think I've been released to publish it, but a couple of years ago, I started writing a mentoring curriculum called The Arts and Science of Divology, which is what we're doing now. This is actually what this is called. I know a lot of people call it Divine Diva, but it's actually The Arts and Science of Divology. That's that. We say it every week in the intro, what the art means, what the science means, what the acronyms of diva actually mean. But before any of this came, it was the manual. In the manual, we talk about the aspect of the mind, the body, and the soul. In each category, we talk about just some of the details of each one of those. So today we're going to cover the basics of divology with the mind. And under that category, one of the subtitles is called fitness. And a lot of you, when you think about fitness, you're thinking about exercising your body. Great. We all need to do that. I can improve on that myself. But I'm working on it. But in this aspect, we're talking about it as it relates to the mind. Continually, we need to be refreshing our mind, giving our mind new information. We live in an information age, so we really need to practice on exercising our growth for our thought processes. Of course, you know the best way to do that is the Word of God. Reading the Word, you are forever growing. You can read that Bible thousands of times over, and every time that you read it, you're going to find some new information, or you're going to find that you receive a new revelation of the information you have. I like the way Pastor does it. He talks about getting an upload, a new update. Just like most of our phones, our Androids and our iPhones, when they about every other day I get one, there's some program in there needs to be updated. Same concept. Reading your word gives you new updated information. So divas, I need us to focus on getting fit in our mind. Another one of the diva basics is body. Divas, I feel real silly, but I think it needs to be mentioned. We should not go a day. 24 hours should not pass without us making sure that our hygiene is tended to. I look at my hygiene like I do eating. I know I'm going to eat every day, so I'm going to bathe every day. Okay? I cannot tell you how important it is for us to maintain our hygiene. I was telling my granddaughters a couple of weeks ago that it was not the car emissions that was polluting the world. It was for women who did not bathe properly and correctly. That all those fumes that went up into the atmosphere and caused smog. They thought it was crazy. They laughed. But I was trying to make a point to them about their hygiene. So I told them that I didn't want them to be a part of the pollution. So we got to clean it up. You know, we got to keep it fresh. So anyway, my mom was sitting there shaking her head telling me this girl. But I was serious. I made a point. They didn't believe me. I told them that the reason why dirty feet was the reason that we had polluted water. Because people not properly taking care of their feet. They finally just looked at me and said, Grandma, I can't believe we having this conversation. But yes, we were. And we will continue to have that conversation as I see that there is a need for it. So no, do not let 24... let me stop. Some of us need to hit some water and get some soap added to it every 8 hours or so. My mom used to tell me that if you can smell yourself, baby, others can smell you. I agree. And sometimes we don't want to smell ourselves and we try to cover it up with all that perfume. With divas, I'm just going to let you know right now, that don't work. It really just makes it louder. Okay? So let's get our body intact. Okay? Let's get our hygiene right. Divas, now we're going to move on over to diva don'ts. So I know a lot of us are in relationships, or a lot of us are longing to be in long-term relationships. Good. I've been telling you time and time again how important it is for us to make sure that we are the ones being found. That it is not our role to be out there looking. I can't express that enough. We are not to be looking, we are to be found. But in the case that you are found, or you're in a temporary situation, no, I don't want to say temporary, or you're in a relationship that you're praying that is going to lead to marriage, I have some diva don'ts for you. Don't be a nag. The one thing that will run a man away is for you to be a nag. I looked, and I'm sure one of my sisters will help me out later. But it's even a scripture in the Bible that talks about being born to one mother. It's not your role to be a mother. That's not your role, divas. Not to your man, your husband. It's not your role. They have a mother. When the Bible talks about helpmate, it doesn't say mother. It says helpmate. Okay? So if you're in this situation, what I've been telling a lot of divas on the hotline this week, they call me about them who shot Johnny, and he did, and he did, and he did. And I always reflect them back to them. Because it's easy. It's really easy for us to come on and say, hey, he doing this and he doing that. I need to rebuke that devil out of him. Well, divas, I'm here to let you know that the devil might need to be rebuked out of you. If you are a nagging wife, you need to get delivered from that. And I think it's sometimes in our life, and depending on our level of maturity, that we have all been there. We've all tried to be the mother and tried to correct our spouses on different things that we didn't like, when in a lot of circumstances, it's not that it was anything bad in the eyes of God. It's just something we didn't like. And if you really seriously get prayerful about that thing, you'll find that you're the one that gets corrected. Your view on it might be distorted. So I went in and pulled up some scriptures on a nagging wife, and I was like, wow, quite a few. Proverbs 21:9, it said, "It is better to dwell in a corner on a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house." Proverbs 27:15, "A continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike." These, I want you to go out and look up contentious. I thought I did a little study on it. I was like, because sometimes when you're delivering a word or delivering a message, you're going to get into something. You're going to run across something that's going to punch you between your eyes on your forehead. This one. "It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and a angry woman." Proverbs 21:19. Now, divas, if you want an explanation as to why he may not be coming home, Proverbs 21:19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness. Now, you know that's sad. If a brother would rather stay out there and sleep on rocks than to come home to be with you. Let's go to Proverbs 12:4. "A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones." Wow. Proverbs 31:10 talks about who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies. And then that all-time favorite, Proverbs 18:22. "Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor from the Lord." Divas, we claim that we're a good thing. We know that we're a good thing. But are you being a brawling, contentious woman? Or are you being virtuous? That was one of our diva don'ts. We don't nag. Another diva don't. Divas, we have got to stop using social media as our emotional dump ground and a relationship dump site. Remember, people that go on your posts, they really can tell a lot about you from what you're posting on Facebook, Twitter, whatever outlet of social media you're using. Use those outlets to be positive reinforcements for others. Because some people are just out there to get encouragement. And if you're in their friend cycle and every day you come on and you've got I lost my dog, he got ran over by a car type of stuff as it relates to your relationships, it makes people get a very good view of inside your house. What's going on inside your house, your booty duty, is nobody's business. We need to mature and learn to keep those things out of social media. We got enough going on out there. I mean, everything from people uploading fights, arguments. It's embarrassing. And if nobody's ever told you that it's embarrassing, I'll tell you. I get embarrassed for you all when I go out there and see that type of junk.